What's up, y'all? This is my second time recording this because I'm an idiot and I did not press the record button when I talked for 10 minutes. But I've got some sick ass buffs for Buzzwole, an awesome Pokemon, one of my favorite Ultra Beasts. I love the bug type buff. A bug is buffed in this hack, which I'll get into in a second. But first, I want to cover that. First of all, this is not a competitive analysis of Buzzwole, despite what the title might suggest. This is me covering the buffs for an in-game Buzzwole. All of these buffs for all these Pokemon, including all the other ones on my channel and in the description on that Google Sheet, are balanced for in-game use. All right, please keep that in mind. With that being said, though, Regenerator might seem like a weird choice. Regenerator fits his vibe, in my opinion. It's UBO2 absorption. He's a swollen guy. He's filled with all this life force and blood from like other Pokemon. Nothing explicitly says that he like recovers HP like that, but I just think it fits his vibe. He's a weird fucking interdimensional alien. I think Ultra Beasts can have weird abilities, and I think Regenerator just goes really well with his move pool and his toolkit. I just think it's really fucking cool for like this mosquito bug guy. It's sick. I love Buzzwole. And then Moxie is a very obvious ability. Beast Boost was repurposed into a new ability that other Pokemon have, meaning only one Ultra Beast keeps proficiency, which is what Beast Boost is now. However, Moxie functions like Beast Boost on Buzzwole anyways. No little niche defensive boosting sets, but otherwise it's basically Beast Boost. So that's really cool for Buzzwole, and that goes great in conjunction with all types of new moves that he has. So Regenerator and Moxie both are complemented beautifully. Number one, by his higher base attack and special defense, but also by his incredible move pool. So first impression, beautiful TM. A lot of Pokemon get that in this hack, but Buzzwole especially loves it. Bug is even better offensively now. Fairy, Ghost, and Fighting no longer resist it, so that makes it much better neutral coverage, especially with Bug and Fighting combination. It's a much better combo. So yeah, first impression, beautiful move with Moxie or Regen. You can, obviously Regen, the synergy there is obvious. As for Moxie, you can switch it in, get a little pick going. If the opponent's team was already weakened on that side, you can get a first impression off, get an attack boost with Moxie. That's awesome. And then you have other priority moves in the form of Mach Punch, Creeping Strike, and Sucker Punch. Basically, every Pokemon in this hack has at least one or two priority moves that are stab, and basically, literally every single physical bug type has first impression, so it's not like that's unique to Buzzwole, but it's still really sick, especially with Regenerator and Moxie. Other stuff, Finishing Blow comes from Bell Stinger. That will give you +3 attack, +4 with Moxie if you knock the opponent out. That's really, really fun with priority moves as well. You have Strength Sap at 65. You will be catching him around level 60, so you won't have that right away. So you'll be using Roost until you get Strength Sap for healing. And if you do happen to delete Strength Sap because you need a specific move for a specific boss fight, you can always re-cheat Roost for the next fight if you want that reliable recovery option. So that's really good for Buzzwole. Regenerator also goes great with moves like Superpower, which drops your attack step by 2. By the way, I haven't said this yet because I recorded it and I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but please do check out the description below. There's a Google Sheet. It's the same one I'm using right now, and you can check out all 600 plus move buffs and changes in the hack. As you can see from what I'm talking about, a lot of moves are changed already. For example, first impression will always crit, 60 base power. Literally like over half of the moves on screen are changed in some regards, so please do give those a look. I don't have time to get into them all. And there's also a bunch of brand new moves, like in this case, you got Skirmish, Needle Bash, Skitter Smack, technically, Creeping Strike, all these new moves. So do give those a look. But Strength Sap fits his vibe very well. He's a mosquito, he drains HP. Mega Horn is a weird choice, but I see him using it with his little needle mouth, or not little, it's pretty big actually, especially because he's giant. Also, that's why he kept his big HP stat, because he is a giant fucking swole ass mosquito. I love Buzzwole, he's so cool. Yeah, Mega Horn is really good for close combat. Of course, you do have better options than that, but Mega Horn and close combat still are reteachable, which is nice. And if you need that stronger bug stab, you can run Mega Horn, which functions like normal type close combat. Sorry, bug type close combat now. But you also still have Lunge and Skitter Smack and Leech Life, which are all really good options as well. And of course, First Impression and U-Turn, and in conjunction with Regenerator. You also have Parting Shot, Roost, Strength Sap, good utility moves that aren't purely Assault Vest stuff, because of course Assault Vest is still a great item on Buzzwole with his better Spadef and incredible move pool like Drain Punch and Leech Life, and U-Turn and First Impression. All those moves are beautiful on Assault Vest Buzzwole. The thing is, it's in-game, so you only need coverage moves when you need to hit a specific Pokemon. Otherwise, you're going to be running mostly stab or utility moves. Coverage is not like the most important thing anymore, but all Pokemon do have a lot of coverage, and he gets a lot. He can hit certain things, especially with Moxie if you want to run a coverage set, or like Choice Scarf. Moxie is still viable because his speed set is pretty good. You also have agility, but sweeping in general is a lot less viable in this hack. There's priority phasing moves that will switch you out. There's 5 of them, I believe. Yeah, Roar, Whirlwind, Haze, Topsy Turvy, Heart Swap. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's 5. I don't know, but the point is, though, you have tons of great, awesome, fun moves that are really cool to use. Leech Life heals you by 100% HP in exchange for being only 60 base power now, which still heals significantly more than 80 base power Leech Life did, which is really cool because it's all about like draining the blood. So I like Leech Life being a little bit weaker, but healing more. Also makes it, makes it so that lunge and other stuff still has a purpose, besides just being good coverage on a lot of Pokemon. Lunge dropping defense, by the way, that's 85 base power, drops defense by 1. But in general, you can just check out all these move buffs and changes in the description below. I organized them into a lot of great detail if you are a new viewer here, so please do give those a look. Yeah, Brutal Swing is a 125 base power recoil move. That's coverage that works great with regen. Submission, that is takedown and play rough are also recoil moves that are reteachable via TM. And then submission is like close combat plus takedown in one move. It's 150 base power, but it drops defenses and deals 30% recoil. Of course, with Regenerator, you can heal off that recoil, which is pretty great. And it's just a very strong move. Knockout Punch will make the opponent drowsy. That's 80% accurate, 130 base power, so that's a very strong move, but it is very inconsistent and risky, especially in games in a Nuzlocke or something. A little bit risky, but still worth using for certain fights if you need to put the opponent to sleep. Otherwise, I'd rather just use a more consistent fighting type move, though. Yeah, he's just got so many beautiful things to use. I love Buzzwole, super sick buffs, all types of good items, not just Assault Vest, Scarf, CB, super effective weakening berries. You can switch it in, pivot in on a specific hit, take a specific super effective attack. It really just depends on what the boss fight is that's coming up. You do have access to infinite EV training items as well, so you can easily make it max speed, max attack, max defense, max HP, max BDF, max HP, max attack, max HP, whatever you want to do. But you can really customize your EVs nicely. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll leave it off there. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll be back for more buffs and changes coming up for the Ultra Beasts. Peace.